I'd like to think so.
But I don't, it's
One
hard
would
to say,
hope.
man.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Because they're aware when they happen.
Well, obviously. I mean, it'd be concerning if they were not aware of them happening.
Well, sometimes she's surprised by her own.
But she's still aware of them.
Well, we all have those ones where we're like, what the hell is that? You know?
Yeah.
Exactly. Just sneaks out.
Yeah.
Do you guys have poop that ever just sneaks out?
Well, no.
That's called a shart. You think it's going to be a fart, and then you poop.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to Hard Reset, a Cold North production. I'm your host, Patrick the Law Morris. Joining me this week, we have gorgeous Ben Reynolds.
Meow.
The tenacious Tim Miller.
All right.
And joining us from 1117 Studios, Evan Teague.
Hi.
Coming up on episode 95 of Hard Reset. We're getting real close to 100, so we got to start saying the episode numbers. Our E3 2019 predictions, and that's pretty much it. But before we get into all of that, I want to know what you guys have been playing this week. Ben, tell me what you've been playing this week.
What did I say last week?
Last week you talked about your Xbox One X.
Oh yeah, and I'd been mostly playing whatchamacallit on that. It's funny because now I've played a lot of Red Dead Online actually, but I've been playing that on PlayStation because finally you were down to play PlayStation. But it's funny because you and I have just been playing that together, and instead of playing it on like the Xbox One X where it'll have better graphics,
Yeah,
we were just playing it like peons on fucking my normal PlayStation and your PlayStation Pro. Someday the rest of our friends will join us and we'll get the Krang Brain posse back together. But
that's
until
true.
then, we'll just be the dummies who are playing on PlayStation, even though we have Xboxes with better graphics.
We both have Xbox One X's, and we're both playing on PlayStation 4s.
You're playing on a Pro at least.
Yeah, that's true. I got that going for me. But
which is nice.
Ben, how do you feel about Red Dead Online?
It's taken some work, but it's finally getting to a place where it seems like it's pretty fun. Oh, and so much of that game is what you make it.
Yeah.
And I feel like you and I are particularly good at just being like, oh, let's just do weird shit, and then it makes it more fun for other people when we do that. And so I think that's like a good portion of why we got so into Grand Theft Auto. And so yeah, I'm hopeful that the rest of our friends will start playing with us and that we'll get everybody on board.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, just riding the train to like deciding, oh yeah, let's just take the train to Saint Denis. Like that was, I don't know, that was a fun thing to do, but it was like, it's why did we choose to do that sort of thing?
And then we just played poker for like 2 hours.
Yeah. And like, you can tell that the game is starting to take shape when that's possible. That's what we're starting to do.
Well, the thing is I think that you could have done all of those things like right away. I think that you were just like, no, not going to play it until it's better. And you also didn't download it on PlayStation until last week too. So everybody else was playing it when it came out on PlayStation, and so
I had it downloaded on PlayStation, but I don't know. I played the single player on Xbox. So, but Tim, I know you haven't played it, but Evan, have you gotten a chance to try out Red Dead Online?
I haven't played the online. I used to play Red Dead. One of the only like multiplayer games I ever really got into was Red Dead Redemption 1's online. So if you need any hot scoop on that, there you go.
That was a fun game. That was a very fun game.
Well, Ben masturbates to Rockstar, so.
Oh.
Well, that just makes sense.
Yeah.
That's just logical.
It's like it's real.
It's like it's real life.
So, yeah, I mean, Red Dead, it's certainly been pretty fun. Tim, what have you been playing this week?
So I've actually had a pretty busy week. I've been playing a lot of Sonic Team Racing since that came out. Way too much fun. I can't put it down, actually, which is kind of a problem.
I heard it was awesome. Like,
Yeah, it's probably the best one that they've come out with so far.
oh man. I heard it was awesome, and I started thinking to myself, like, how is it that Sonic is always so good and so bad all at the same time?
You're not wrong.
Well, because like the Sonic movie trailer happened, and then Sonic Team Racing happens. Sonic Mania happened, and Sonic Forces happened. And it's like Sonic happens pretty much two at a time, and one is really good and one is really bad.
Got to balance each other out, you know.
I mean, why would you want them all to be great?
So then it would get boring.
It's balance. It's important.
Perfectly balanced.
As all things should be.
Yeah.
But
no, keep going.
Yeah, but yeah, other than that, I'm playing Star Fox lately. Actually got the world record for most hits on Venom.
Oh, what?
Earlier this week.
I'm clapping. That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Yep. That was a fun 5.5 hour stream.
Wow.
But yeah, that was I think 2:30, 3 in the morning when I actually finally accomplished it. So yeah, I was extremely tired.
That's a huge, that's a big accomplishment for like as much as you play that game. And you, so how many people were watching when you did that?
About 15, not a lot.
Wow. That's pretty awesome though.
Yeah, I was happy with myself, and probably gonna keep chasing it and getting better at it. So
yeah, you got something to defend now.
Yep, exactly.
You're the champ.
For one level, but hey, it's a start.
You know what? Everyone starts from the bottom. So
What's that song by Drake? Started from the bottom, now we're here.
there you go. Started from the bottom. Now Tim has the world record on Venom in Star Fox 64. Doesn't have as much of a ring to it as Drake's song, but you know.
Still
It's
better
basically
than
the
Drake,
dream.
because
Yeah.
Drake is trash. But
Oh.
sorry, did I say that out loud?
I don't know.
I think it's justified.
I don't know a ton about music, but you know, Ben does. So Ben, is them fighting words?
I
All right.
mean, a lot of music is pretty subjective, so.
All right. Well, you passed Ben's test, so you're good. Evan, what have you been playing this week?
I finally caved and started back in on Horizon Zero Dawn, a game I've played twice and given up on. So I'm determined to finally finish that game, and I'm not sure why.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
I never finished it.
yeah.
You
see,
never
a lot
finished
of...
it, Ben?
Neither did I.
Wow.
Exactly. I don't know what it is. I'm just like, oh, this is a really, really pretty game. I'm like, it's honestly one of the PlayStation 4's best, but it's just like once you like get into the story, I guess the story isn't good or something. I don't know. It's never been something I've wanted to finish.
It just kind of starts to drag a little.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, this map's beautiful, and like this whole world's incredible, and you're like, but it's like fucking 4,000 meters to the next thing, and I gotta hide, and I'm like, I don't have the fast travel packs, and I'm just like, I can ride the horse,
travel.
but that's no fun.
Yeah,
You know, and I don't know, like, I don't know.
the fast travel packs were a little bit of a weird mechanic in that game because it's like, yeah, we're going to limit how many times you can fast travel. I think that just felt very much like a shit or get off the pot kind of thing. Like, either do it or don't, but don't make it limited.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the resource management in that game is like that too, where I'm like, oh, I see where you were going with this. Like, I understand, like, oh, your currency is also kind of your ammunition, but it's still it's not implemented in the right way.
Well, I would say that like a lot of those same frustrations are kind of the reason why I kind of have not really gone back to Days Gone in several weeks, is because it just drags. And then like, yeah, like those same, like you can kind of do some like fast travel, but not like all of it. And it's a very similar, it has a similar feel to that game, which, don't get me wrong, both of them are very fun games and like good games. The stories just drag.
Right.
Yeah, especially what I've seen. I haven't played Days Gone yet, but like what I've seen of it, I'm like, oh, this looks like that kind of. I don't want to say like I love the PlayStation, but like kind of the bog standard kind of. You can tell that it's a PlayStation game. You know, it's kind of got that look.
Yeah,
Totally.
Sony is like, they've had so many major first party exclusives that like when you have that many, eventually it starts to like, you start to kind of create an identity, like look, like an aesthetic. And especially in the PlayStation 4 generation, Sony has really developed that. And I think that can be both a good thing and a bad thing. And in the case of Days Gone especially, it seems like it's not a great thing. But I think that the management of resources, and Ben, you mentioned about Days Gone and like it just drags. I can only imagine like having to manage gasoline in a game that's already feeling like it's dragging would just kill it for me.
Totally.
I would just use that as an excuse to just quit.
That's kind of why I didn't play it. I saw that and I'm just like, no, that doesn't sound like fun. That sounds like a chore to me.
Yeah, it sounded way too much like work to even get into.
Yeah. But I finished Horizon and I loved Horizon. We had a split decision for 2017, and so the Cold North game of the year wound up being Horizon because it was basically everyone's second favorite. And
what was everybody's first favorite? I'm just curious, just for the recap.
Ben, what was your first favorite? What was your favorite that year?
Remember what came out that year?
2017.
I don't remember.
I want to say mine was either Odyssey or Breath of the Wild. I can't
Tim-
remember which one.
That year.
Mine wasn't Breath of the Wild, I remember.
Ben, I think yours was Odyssey.
Odyssey? That doesn't sound right to me.
I don't know. But mine was Resident Evil 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I played all of Resident Evil 7 in VR, and that game was amazing. Also super duper scary, so...
Yeah, there's a reason I didn't finish that.
I loaned it to Tim to play on his VR, and he brought it back a few days later, and he was like, "No, I'm just not going to do that.
I'm good."
Yeah. So, I, like Ben mentioned, I've been playing some Red Dead Online. I mean, retreading some ground here from what Ben said, but like the game is really starting to feel like it's taking shape, and it just. Like it's amazing. It like the feeling. I don't know. I'm working on a video that's basically just a love letter to Rockstar and Grand Theft Auto Online, because it's just like Grand Theft Auto Online, and that's what I'm getting the like feeling of. It's feeling Red Dead Online feels a lot like the early days of Grand Theft Auto Online. It superseded being a game. It was more of it wasn't a game, it was a way to spend time with my friends. And regardless of what we were doing, we were just hanging out, and we were hanging out in Los Santos. And that's a magical thing to me. And I was starting to get that vibe with Red Dead Online. I'm super excited to see where it goes, and I'm definitely going to want to play more of it. So,
I can't believe that GTA 5 Online is like still a thing too. It just seems like such, I don't know, like such insane longevity for something that really shouldn't exist like that. You know, you don't really see that with a lot of other multiplayer games of the same type where they're like a single player game too. You know.
Yeah, where both the single and the multiplayer are both so robust. And
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Month after month, like literally every single month since it was released, Grand Theft Auto 5 has been in the top 10 for the NPD bestsellers. And it's like, that's just, it's insane. It's unbelievable. And Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online, like rethinking it, and I'm working on this video. I got to rethink my top 5 games of all time, because Grand Theft Auto Online has to be on there because of what it did. Because like Tim, you're a part of this friend group, and this group only exists because of Grand Theft Auto Online. Like, this group started as a text thread to like organize, hey, this is when we're going to play Grand Theft Auto Online. And like it became this. And so to me, that's what Rockstar games, like online games, have done. And I'm so excited to see Red Dead Online starting to take shape. So, but with that, it's time for the topic of the show.
Wait, what happened to the news?
Oh, we're skipping the news today.
Nice.
But what?
That means we don't get to do my news in 5 or news thing.
All right.
Now,
Do you want to sing the news?
Because you made a little recording of it.
Oh my God, you got to stop being bitter with me about that. You got to let it go. I told you I was going to do it a while ago, and you said okay.
I'm just saying, you did it.
You can sing topic of the show.
I don't want to.
I don't want.
I want to hear it.
We all want to hear it, Ben.
I don't want to.
All right. Well, it's time for the topic of the show. Today, we're going to be talking E3 predictions. We're just going to go round robin for a while, see how many predictions we can get through. I want to start with Ben because he's being a stubborn little bitch. So, Ben, give us your first prediction.
This is not going to happen at E3, but it's going to happen during E3 or shortly after. And it's going to be just some very short, casual, no more than probably 15 seconds thing that basically says GTA VI.
Oh, you're right that wouldn't happen at E3.
Yeah.
That's not Rockstar's style, but I do love the idea of that, like, because I think, like, we've discussed it on the show many times before. I think that game is closer than we think.
I mean, when GTA 5 was still a year out, that's when we first got its initial, or more than a year out. This is when we got the first initial thing where it was just like Michael's voice talking about being in Los Santos.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
It was 2 years out.
Yeah, I definitely think that that's coming.
Yeah. I mean, that was 2 years out, and Red Dead Redemption 2 was announced late 2016, so that was 2 years out from release. I could see that happening, and I would love it if they put it on like the smallest, shittiest, like put it on like fucking Vimeo or something, and they're still gonna explode.
Yeah.
All right. What do you guys think of Ben's prediction?
I'm thinking Bully 2 first. That's what I'm going with. Bully 2 first. It's gonna happen. I'm holding out.
It would be cool, but I don't think so,
I
unfortunately.
don't think so either.
Yep. I'm gonna side with Ben. Probably not. Like,
maybe Bully remastered.
That would be actually really cool.
Did they already remaster Bully?
I think they did. Well, they kind of like. I guess
they re-released Bully.
Not really remastered. Yeah, they've re-released it. Like they put it on mobile a couple years ago. I remember that.
Yeah. So Bully, I think, was re-released on Xbox 360. I know that it was ported to Wii.
It was put on PS4, but I think it's like that PS2 on PS4 kind of banner thing that they do.
Yeah. So there are ways to play Bully, but it would be really cool to get a remastered because I never played Bully, and I would like that's a game that I would like to play in modern visuals.
Yeah,
I feel like that game could. I mean, I guess it was fraught with just issues when it came out, and it still would be just as fraught.
Yeah, it'd be.
It's just a
pretty controversial. Yeah,
it is a high school students are a controversial age of people to talk about.
Can you imagine CNN running a show about running a news story about how Rockstar is encouraging high school bullying?
I mean, as long as you don't get the AR DLC, you should be okay.
Well, back then it was probably Fox News. But
Yeah.
it's yeah, no, I would, so I could see the Grand Theft Auto 6 thing happening. But Tim, what was it that you said?
I was saying, as long as they don't get the AR-15 DLC up and running, I think we'll be good.
I was gonna say, as long as they don't find the hot coffee mod.
Ooh, hot coffee in high school. Something wrong with that. Yeah, no, that's so Bully. I don't think is happening, but I would love to see Grand Theft Auto 6. And oh man, it's tough to say. Because I think because Microsoft is going to be talking about the Xbox quite a bit, the next gen. But maybe Grand Theft Auto 6 would be the biggest story of the week. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Part of me really, really hopes for that because, like, I love Grand Theft Auto, but I'm just like, man, there's a lot of stuff that I'm looking forward to hopefully getting announced, you know? And I feel like it would, like, stomp on the E3 hype for the week. Everybody like, oh, dude, you know, they could like announce Half-Life 3 and people would still be like, dude, fucking, did you hear GTA 6?
Yeah, no, I think Half-Life 3 is the only one that could stand up to GTA 6. Yeah. But
perfect.
Yeah, I mean it's got to be Vice City, right? Most of it has to take place in Vice.
I hope so.
Well, we'll see.
Liberty and Vice.
All that 80s nostalgia, you know.
Yeah. All right, Tim, why don't you hit us with your first?
All right, so I know this probably isn't going to happen, but I'm actually really hopeful for it. I want to see a new F-Zero game.
Ooh.
I've been asking for it for a long time, and I'm hoping that Nintendo finally gives it to us.
What do you think that they could do differently with F-Zero that would make it stand out from, say, like Fast RMX or Wipeout?
It beats me, honestly. I just want another game. I want to be able to
portable.
Yeah, that too.
Well, Fast
but, I mean,
RMX
Fast
is on.
is portable. So.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I have is actually a good substitute. If you haven't played it, do it. But yeah, it's one of those little things that hasn't been out for 12, 15 years now.
What was the last one? GX?
I want to say GX, yeah.
Oh god, and that was GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
Best console of all time.
Debatable, but
I would say probably that's true. That's an objective fact.
Oh, throwing down.
All right.
Yeah, no, I think that would be cool as fuck. I don't know. It's strange to me, it's strange to me seeing characters from Nintendo franchises take such a prevalent role in Smash, the way like Captain Falcon has, and the Fire Emblem characters have. And Fire Emblem has had more of a resurgence in recently, but like F-Zero is dead.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
What?
It's like that with Mother as well. You're like, where's this? You know?
Yeah.
Ness is such a big role in Smash that, like, even when I was a kid, I didn't know what Ness was from.
Oh yeah, I had to look it up when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That actually made me think. Mother 3 localization, finally, maybe, please.
Oh,
please.
That's not gonna happen. I promise. Oh man, that would be quite the announcement. So yeah, I mean, I'd be into an F-Zero game. Ben, how would you feel about F-Zero?
Wouldn't care.
Yeah, there's some things that
never played in of them.
Yeah, there's some things that Ben really just doesn't give a fuck about, and he's not shy about saying it. So
yep.
all right. So Evan, hit us with your first prediction.
I just have a note here, and it says Beyond Good and Evil 2, please. That's the only Ubisoft franchise I care about. That's all it says.
All right.
So, you know, I was looking through who had press conferences, and I saw that they had one, and I heard this morning that it's probably going to be about Watch Dogs. but I've just
every
time we hear about Beyond Good and Evil 2, I'm like, first one's one of the better games of that generation that nobody really talks about, and I'd really like to see that franchise come back because I think it's got a really cool world and stuff. And from what we've seen of it, it looks like it'd be either something really, really, really late in this generation or early next generation, where it's like really big and flashy and like this insanely detailed world. So,
all right, Beyond. So, oh man, I feel like Ubisoft's conference is going to be crowded because looking at Ubisoft, we know they're going to be talking about Ghost Recon.
Oh, I forgot about Ghost
Recon. They're probably going to be talking about Watch Dogs 3.
Ugh.
Because we don't have any rumor of an Assassin's Creed game. And every time they say, oh, we're skipping a year because we have integrity, they always release a Watch Dogs game, which they have confirmed exists in the same universe. And so it's basically just Assassin's Creed modern day. We know they're going to be talking about Just Dance.
Of course.
They do every year because it's a huge moneymaker.
What's their pirate one?
Oh, Skull and Bones. Yeah. They're probably going to be talking about that.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag just turned into a different game.
Hey, I'm not mad.
I like Ubisoft, but you're right, Ben. They make the same game and call it different things a lot.
Yeah.
Too much.
I admittedly used to be a really big Ubisoft fan, and I found myself just kind of being like, I think it was Far Cry 4 and then Assassin's Creed 3 both times. I was just like, I'm not really into the whole thing that they're doing. It seems like they're just kind of doing yearly releases over and over again and not really changing that much. And I wish that they would figure it out.
Yeah, it was a little bit unfortunate. I mean, I think that they probably have room for Beyond Good and Evil. And I think that it's like, it's got some traction. People want to see it. And so I would expect that comes true.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just so interesting that, like, I don't know. I've been playing Rayman Legends, I think it is, and it's like,
great game.
Look at all this creativity and all this, like, honestly, like, beauty, and then it's just like, all right, and from Beyond Good and Evil's from the same guy or whatever, and so it's like, we're gonna shuffle out the same Watch Dogs game again this year, everybody. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of respect for the overhaul that they've given to Assassin's Creed. Sure. I just want to see that happen to Watch Dogs and it's amazing that Watch Dogs there are only 2 Watch Dogs games and they already feel so stale. But so
I just remember I played the first one and I played it for I think like around 4 hours and was just like, this is dumb. Yeah. I'm quitting.
And weren't you?
I had the exact same experience, Ben. Yeah. I didn't even touch the second one because of it.
Ben, if I recall correctly, you were house sitting when you played that game, and so you had literally nothing else to do, and you chose to not play that game.
As I've told you, I don't buy Ubisoft games anymore. I only rent them.
Yeah,
I Redbox Ubisoft games before buying, always, because it might look appealing, but there's a good chance that I'm not going to like it at all, or it's just going to feel like the same game that I've played before. So,
yeah, that's true.
I have Far Cry 5 on my PlayStation, but that's just because Tim bought it.
Yeah, and you.
Thanks, Tim.
I wish I hadn't.
Hey, Far Cry 5 was cool.
Yeah, was it though?
I actually liked Far Cry 5 quite a bit, but Ben, you expressed quite a bit of interest in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and that thing just keeps coming down in price, and I send it to you every time I see it on sale. I'm like, hey Ben, it's $26, and you're like, nah. And I'm like, Ben, it's $20 now. And you're like, nah. And I think the most recent one, I was like, Ben, it's $16, and you're like, nah.
I'll buy it when it's like $5 or free on Live or PlayStation. So.
That's when you're gonna get it.
Exactly. And I've actually heard from a lot of people that it's it's pretty solid, but I've also heard that it's not really an Assassin's Creed game anymore.
Yeah, it's. I've heard it compared to Witcher 3 quite a bit, so we'll see. Maybe, hopefully, we go through the entire conference without getting anything on Assassin's Creed, and hopefully, Beyond Good and Evil 2 takes its place because that game looks interesting. I didn't play the first one, but I'm interested in Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Well, it is on the greatest console of all time, the GameCube.
That's
pretty
true.
Cheap. So if you want,
there you go. I'll find it. And I live in New England, so I'll just go check out Bull Moose. But going off of that, I'll actually toss in one of my predictions. I think that Ubisoft is going to wrap up their conference with a very, very short teaser that will open with the sound of Sam Fisher's goggles and Michael Ironside's voice.
Michael Ironside is dead.
No, he survived the cancer. He made it. No, and I actually I wrote these predictions yesterday, and then today, GameStop very briefly, for like less than 30 minutes, they had a Sam Fisher goggles promotional item up for pre-order, and then they took it down really quick. So who knows? Every year I feel super confident that this is the year Splinter Cell is coming back, and every year I'm fucking wrong. So
yeah, I got one of those predictions too, a little bit down the road. So I feel where you're coming from.
Yeah, I don't know. I love Splinter Cell. I have a massive soft spot in my heart for Splinter Cell. I just really want to see it come back. So,
you know what they're gonna do?
What?
They're gonna recast the voice actor as Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh God. Okay.
I was trying to pull the name. I knew where you were going.
I came to terms with it in Metal Gear because it made sense. Like the fact that it's Venom Snake and he's a totally different person. Granted, it still should have been David Hayter in Ground Zeroes, but I was okay with that. But like, Jesus Christ, if they recast Michael Ironside, or if they fire Michael Ironside and recast him as Kiefer Sutherland, I might not play it.
That seems like a lateral move.
And also, I'll pee in Kiefer Sutherland's shoes.
Well, that's not
extreme.
very nice.
Well, you can mark my words. If I ever got the opportunity, if that happened, I would pee in Kiefer's shoes. And I would tell him that I did it.
We'll hold you to that.
As someone who's peed in someone's shoes.
Was it my shoes?
No.
No, it was actually someone's shoes.
I don't know where I was going with that. I just really wanted to say the fact that I had peed in someone's shoes.
Ben's just
do you take them
proud.
to the bathroom when you do this, or do you just like do it in the parking lot? What do you do? I want to know
we stole the person's shoes. I don't remember actually where I did the peeing. I didn't pee like a lot in their shoes. I didn't want to ruin their shoes. I just wanted to.
Yeah,
He just wanted them to walk around and pee.
Peed in your shoes while they were wearing them.
So Ben had to hold it up and hold his wiener in him and pee a little bit, and then
just do like a little zip,
and then like pee a little bit in the other shoe, and then just pee the rest in wherever Ben was at the time.
Exactly.
Well, that's your lesson in peeing in shoes from Ben. But Ben, what's your next prediction?
Oh, my next prediction is that we will get a new Disney Lion King game.
Ooh, for the Sega Genesis?
No.
Oh, damn.
For Switch, Xbox One, and PlayStation.
And will it be a 2D platformer the way the original one was?
No. It probably won't be very good either.
Yeah.
But it'll exist.
That would be
those movie tie-in games.
That would be weird because movie tie-in games are pretty much dead.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna bring them back.
I would play
Coming
it.
back this year. I mean, Square's got that Avengers game. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was gonna mention that. That's in one of my predictions, so we'll get to the Avengers. Yeah.
Oh, I hope Doom's in that Avengers game.
Doctor Doom?
Mm-hmm.
Or Doom Guy?
Doctor Doom.
Oh, I hope Doom Guy is in it. Because that would make it very interesting.
Who's Doom?
From Doom.
What? Oh, from actual Doom?
Yeah.
Mr.
So,
Doom.
not a Marvel character?
Yeah, that's right. That's what would make it really cool.
That's nonsensical.
That's true.
Mine's actually a
But-
real wish.
But literally peeing in someone's shoes. That's not nonsensical.
No.
No, it's awesome.
It seemed like they had it coming.
It's just a good form of vengeance.
Ben's judgment of who has what coming while he's drunk, which I'm sure he was drunk.
I was not drunk. I was mad about losing a game of Madden.
Oh man.
And
Okay.
it was high school, and me and Eric were a team, and we lost to Wes and Dexter.
Oh, so did you pee in Wes's shoes?
Both Wes and Dexter's shoes.
So Wes probably said, "Oh, that's a good one, buddy," and Dexter was probably grunted and walked away.
They were not neither. I'm pretty sure there were some punches thrown. So I'm pretty sure we stole their shoes from Wesley's house and just left.
And you and Eric went and peed in some shoes.
Yep.
Oh man, that's funny. All right, Tim, hit us with your next one.
All right, so we already know it exists, but I do expect Microsoft to have a lot more on Halo Infinite this year.
I think they confirmed gameplay is coming today.
Good. Okay. I didn't see that confirmation. That's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. I would love. I think that Halo is going to be their like centerpiece.
It better be. They need it to be.
Yeah.
They're not going to survive without it, unfortunately, at this point.
Yeah. They're on the ropes, but we'll see how they do. I think that Halo being a launch title is key to their entire next generation.
So does that mean that you think there's going to be hardware then?
Very possible.
I feel extremely confident that there's going to be hardware, and that's my biggest prediction. So I'll get to that last. But yeah, I definitely think there's going to be hardware.
Ooh. I'll save my Xbox stuff then for then. A lot of it, at least.
All right. Yeah, no, Tim, I totally agree that like it needs to be the centerpiece, and it needs to be that is their silver bullet is Halo Infinite, and they need to show us that it's classic Halo. They need to just put a real damper on all of the open world bullshit rumors, and just give us Halo.
I don't know. I'm feeling Halo Battle Royale. I don't know.
They've
I hope not.
They've been very
Did they shoot that
forward
down?
and said we will not do battle royale for Halo.
Okay, good.
Didn't they say that the only battle is like the battle rifle or BR?
That's right.
Is the battle rifle? Yeah.
That's right. They said the only BR in our vocabulary is battle rifle. So, thank God.
Good.
Because I don't need a Halo battle royale. But
No one does.
all right. Well, Tim, I think that's a pretty good one. I think that that's highly likely.
It's a boring one though.
You got to have a couple boring ones in there.
Yeah,
They can't all be like interesting.
They can't all be Grand Theft Auto 6 and Lion King.
Halo is just gonna Halo. I just don't care.
It doesn't
It's
resonate
not like
with
Rygar is
Ben.
going to mythically reappear.
I think it's the one in Xboxes that I'm probably looking forward to the least, but like I'm like, all right, it's like comfort food, you know, and we want it.
All right. I think that there's quite a few that I would look forward to less. If they, for example, announced Crackdown 4, I would not care about that.
Well,
We won't have to worry
that
about
wouldn't
that in
come
our
out
lifetime.
until that's not going to come out until the year 2100.
Yeah, but they're going to announce it today. Like, they can't
a
wait
fair
for E3
point.
even.
it's just Terry Crews's shambling corpse, and we're like, oh hey.
That's so sad. I mean, it's very funny, but it's so sad because that's what Crackdown 3 was.
I know.
Because Terry Crews died at the very beginning, and then he does not come back until the end.
Oh, you played it?
Wait,
yeah,
really?
I played quite a bit of Crackdown 3.
Wow.
Is that a real thing that happens?
Yeah.
Oh my
When
god.
did you do that? I don't remember you telling us that you played Crackdown.
Several months ago. I didn't talk about it too much on the show because it was just so boring.
I even two, I don't think there's a lot to talk about with it.
I just never even understood what it was, so I just stayed away.
It's just really to me, it was always kind of boring open world where you're just like, I'm running around shooting stuff, and that's about it, you know?
Yeah, and Crackdown 3 plays so much like the entire game feels like a game from 2009.
Oh, so it's just like Mercenaries 4?
Yeah, basically.
Or whatever.
Hey man, we're all cool with the Mercenaries franchise here.
I'd be stoked if they came out with a new Mercenaries game.
So would Zach.
That game didn't come out or came out in like 2009.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Evan, what's your next prediction?
Todd Howard gets booed.
Oh, that's more boring than Halo.
I think he'll come out and he'll be like, ha ha ha, we really fucked up that Fallout 76 thing, didn't we, guys? And then they're all, happy and professional at E3.
And the crowd welcomes him
Fallout
back
76
with open arms.
What?
And the crowd will welcome him back with open arms.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he's the Sean Murray of AAA gaming. I don't know. He's Fallout 76. They'll probably get maybe free to play. I don't know. They'll do something with it that makes people happy.
But don't you think that that'll piss so much of their player base who's already spent so much time in the game off if they make it free to play?
That's true. That's a
They'll
good point.
probably compensate them with in-game content.
Yeah,
Yes, that's true.
$4 worth. So, you can paint your power armor for that.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, here's $5 worth of in-game currency. No, I'm with Ben on this one. I think that they would piss off the only people, like the 12 people that are left playing that game. And so I kind of think that E3 will be Bethesda burying Fallout 76.
Really? See, I think it could go either way. I think it could either be them like, oh, whatever, here's Elder Scrolls 6, or it's them like, hey, we fixed all of this stuff, like, again, kind of No Man's Skying it a little bit, where they try to make up for what,
They try to fix it.
Yeah, exactly. Try to.
I think they're just going to focus on the Elder Scrolls mobile.
Oh, Blades.
Oh, yeah. And Doom Eternal.
Yeah, I think Doom Eternal is happening this year.
Yeah, I was going to say, I figured date next week, and then it's sometime in November.
Yeah, I mean, Doom Eternal is definitely their fall game. Like, especially after the massive success of Doom 2016.
Yeah.
Which was just an amazing game. I feel like Doom Eternal.
What's that other franchise that they
Are you thinking of Rage?
The stealth one.
Dishonored.
Oh, Dishonored.
Dishonored. Yeah, would it be around time for Dishonored 3?
Dishonored 2 sold terribly.
Yeah.
So I don't think so.
I really like Arcane, the guys who do that. Prey was probably
amazing.
My game of 2017. It's incredible. I was a mess for that whole game. I don't know why. I was just like, this is consuming my life. It was unhealthy. But I think that they'll do a new IP, and it might come up next week, but okay. I'm not sure.
All right, a new IP from Bethesda would be interesting stuff.
Yeah, specifically from like Arcane and like that kind of open world sandboxy kind of, or whatever you call it, like stealth action kind of thing.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be very cool. I had Patrick tell me to play Prey multiple times, and I just haven't done it.
Really? Prey took me a while to get into because every time I tried to sit down to play it, Jillian would come in and just fucking pick a fight with me. And so it just pissed me off. But then I finally told her, I was like, I'm going to play this game. I'm going to finish it this weekend. Do not come in the room. And
do not come in the room.
Because it was seriously like, I was trying to play it just like a few months after it came out. And every time I would try and play it, she would come in and it would be like, oh, fuck, we're going to break up level of fight. And it was like, why are you fighting with me when I'm trying to play Prey? I'm just trying to play Prey. Jesus. But no, I finished it. It's awesome game. I would love to see Prey 2 announced. And I thought that that's what was going to happen when we got the Moonfall DLC last year, but didn't happen. So I don't know. Tim, if you saw something from Bethesda, what would you want to see?
I want to see Elder Scrolls 6 out of all of it. I want to see actual gameplay.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Everything else is just like, eh.
Or at least a name and some details about like the location and whatnot.
Yeah, because we know.
Wait, I thought that they already confirmed the name. You guys are fucking. They confirmed the fucking name.
No,
wasn't
like
that an April Fool's
Redfall or something like that? Last week someone told me that they confirmed the name.
Elder Scrolls 6 name. I'm googling it now.
Wasn't it like Daggerfall and?
No, Daggerfall was Elder Scrolls 2.
Oh, whoops.
That was a while ago.
That comes out next year, right?
Oh, totally.
Skyrim 2.
No, Ben, I'm seeing that. So they didn't confirm a name, but there are a lot of rumors. Apparently there was a leak.
It's going to be Redfall?
It wouldn't surprise me if it was Redfall.
Yeah, no, everybody is pretty sure that they're going to call it Redfall.
That would be pretty awesome. I mean, every time I play an Elder Scrolls game, I'm like, I enjoy it, and then I finish it, and then I'm like, I didn't love that. I'm not going to play those games anymore. And then they come out again, and I play them again.
See, I've never finished the story of Skyrim. I've literally started at least 4 or 5 different saves and played probably at one save I played over 100 hours, I'm positive, and I never finished the campaign because that wasn't what I cared about in the end. That literally I cared about just doing my own thing.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of what I just did.
I think I would want to see, I mean, Elder Scrolls 6 Redfall would be awesome, but I would prefer Black Marsh, but that's just me. But I don't know. I would be psyched to see something from Elder Scrolls, Tim. I think you're onto something there.
Yeah, I mean, we've already seen that Doom Eternal is like coming out soon, so like, it's Doom. I don't need to see that to know it's going to be good.
Yeah, and on top of that, Tim, I think you might be onto something because Fallout 76 was rough. Like that hurt Bethesda bad, and they know that Elder Scrolls is the one we want. So maybe they'll pull the trigger. Maybe they'll come with something Elder Scrolls.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. All right. I forgot whose turn it is. Is it my turn? I think it's my turn.
I think it's your turn.
I think we've really just been throwing them out.
Yeah, that's true. I think that so going off the Avengers prediction, so Square Enix has announced that they will be showing us the Avengers game at E3. I think that they're going to show us the Avengers and it's going to be like a really cool trailer. And then at the end, we're going to see Yuri Lowenthal's Spider-Man from Spider-Man PS4 show up, and it'll be like Spider-Man PS4 was the catalyst of the Marvel video game universe.
So then it's going to be PlayStation only?
I don't think it would be PlayStation only, but I think that they would make deals based on they wouldn't. I don't think that they would be opposed to exclusive deals.
I like that a lot.
I don't think that's going to happen.
All right.
I think, like, I mean, we might see Spider-Man, but I don't think we're going to see the PlayStation Spider-Man.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's because we're clearly headed to a multiverse with everything that has come out since last year in the Marvel universe and the Marvel Extended Universe has basically pointed towards the multiverse, and so like
everything will be included in the MCU now.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just like it's a different universe. Like,
yeah, no, I'm not opposed to that. I'm not like saying that that's stupid. I like that idea.
Because and like so, yeah, I mean, like
they set it up perfectly in Endgame. Spoiler alert, Evan. Hope you've seen that movie.
Oh, yep, nope, yep, I did.
Well, and I mean, and everything that we've seen, all the previews with Fury in the new Spider-Man. He literally even says multiverse in the thing.
That's true.
And spoiler alert, but if like a lot of people think that they're heading towards doing Secret Wars, which relies on the multiverse being destroyed. So
yeah.
Oh,
kind of think we might be heading that way.
Okay, Ben, you just put me onto something that I love. So because how do you top phase 3 ending in Endgame of like phase 3 of the MCU? Because like the MCU is something that we've never seen done in movies before. It's this amazing thing that's like a conglomeration and a series that with these team up movies. And how do you top that? You extend into other mediums like video games and comic books, and you have it all be one, and then you destroy it.
Interesting.
And then you have the god Doom.
That's right. Then you have Doom guy show up with his shotgun.
No, the god Doom.
And Duke Nukem is there with some babes.
No, the god Doom.
No, Duke Nukem. Doomsday, that's right. Doomsday, Duke Nukem, and Doom guy all there. They've got the babes. They've got some pizza and beers.
It's the holy trinity of Doom God. Yeah.
It's a good time. All right, so let's we're running low on time, so let's drop our biggest predictions. Ben,
let's just move on to Xbox. Let's just talk about what we want to talk about with Xbox.
All right, here we go. I think Xbox is happening this year. I think that they're going to talk about it. They're going to show it to us. They're going to show us specs. They're going to confirm launch titles being Halo Infinite, Gears 5, and Forza Motorsport. I think they're going to show us a teaser for Fable. I think they're going to show us whatever the initiative is working on. And I think they're going to hit us with a November release date.
Yeah, there's no way it's coming out in November. No.
Like late February, maybe. But
okay,
because they gotta get on that holiday wherever they're
and
at.
that's why I don't think that I think they'll wait a year. Like I
think PS4's or PS5's next year for sure.
Yes.
I don't think they're gonna get it out a full year before.
Okay. All right. Hear me out on this.
But they also released the X more recently than the PlayStation Pro. Like,
yeah. No. Hear me out on this. Hear me out.
All right.
Halo 2, they had to keep momentum going out of like on their new console. So Halo 2 was announced at E3 2002. There was more shown at E3 2003. Gameplay at 2004, released in November of 2004. Halo 3, 2 E3s. Revealed at 2006. Gameplay at 2007. Released 2007. Halo 4, 2 E3s. Gameplay or announced at 2011, gameplay 2012, released 2012. Halo 5, they had to stop the bleeding for the Xbox One. Like there was a reason. Announced in 2014, another trailer in announced in 2013, trailer in 2014, gameplay in 2015, released in 2015.
And it sucked.
But then also think about this. One company always goes 1 year early. The PlayStation 2 was in 2000, and then GameCube and Xbox were in 2001. Xbox 360 was 05, PS3 and Wii were 06. Wii U was 12, Xbox One and PS4 were 13. And so it's a huge prediction, and that's what it is it's a prediction.
But wouldn't that make the Switch the early one then?
No, because the Switch is a handheld. That's replacing the 3DS. I'm firmly convinced that the Switch is just straight up that Nintendo is just a handheld
Switch
company.
Pro?
That's what I want. That was probably my biggest one.
Yeah, I'm expecting it at this point.
Yeah,
I think the Switch Pro is way more likely than Xbox Scarlet.
I mean, I'm not saying I think it's super likely. I'm saying this is a huge prediction that I'm betting it all on black.
They do have like 14 games they said that they were going to announce.
Yeah, that's a lot for Microsoft to be bring 14 games and then a new system.
Yeah, but where
14
else?
And then
games
you're also going to
on the new system.
Yeah, that's my thing is I think of like those like
where else are they going to put them? But that's what I'm just saying. They literally the One X came out not even 2 full years ago.
That's true.
That's true. Huh. Yeah.
So why don't they put them on the really expensive hardware that they just convinced us to buy less than 2 years ago?
I think they want to put the Xbox One in their rearview mirror. Plus, I think they will put them on the Xbox One X because I think that this is basically the end of console generations because they've already like been very upfront about Halo being a cross-platform game, Halo straddling the generation. And I think that they're going to do that with some more games.
I
don't know.
I mean, maybe that's part of what the Call of Duty being crossplay has to do with, but I don't think so.
You guys, I realize I'm on a very thin branch out here. Like, I realize where I'm standing.
You're not even on the cliff anymore.
No, I'm fully aware.
By your pinky.
I'm fully aware of where I am, and I'm still putting it out there.
I wouldn't be surprised if they announced it, but I don't think that they will. I think I should say. I don't know. I'm on the fence on it.
Yeah, I mean, I would be shocked if they did, because that would be just too good to be true. But at the same time, like, I feel like a lot of things line up.
Would that be too good to be true?
Yeah.
Would that be a good thing, though? Why is that a good thing?
I would be thrilled to have an Xbox.
I don't have an Xbox One, and honestly, none of my friends do. Is there any like major exclusives that other than Halo and Forza that like you're really super duper into? Or I'm just completely curious because I don't want to be like, oh, the PS4 kicked ass because I'm a little biased, but
no, PS4 did kick ass. Like exclusives wise, PS4 was amazing. We've been playing. We picked up Xbox again when Apex came out. We all started playing Apex on Xbox, and
I mean, the main reason I play Xbox is because more of my friends who game with me more consistently game on Xbox.
Right. See, that's usually kind of what I hear.
Yeah, like I definitely prefer the exclusives for PlayStation, but I mean, I just have a lot of friends who have been Xbox basically since the 360, and
right,
probably don't have any interest really of moving. So
you have
that's really the main draw. But I don't think like, because you're saying that it would be a dream come true if we got a new Xbox, but that would kind of piss me off if we got a new Xbox, because I literally just bought a One X and it came out fucking less than 2 years ago. Less than 2 fucking years.
Ben's getting heated. Yeah,
I don't blame him.
What you're saying, like,
I can see that for sure.
Not
Yeah,
a dream come true.
I would love
if fucking systems are going to be outdated in less than 2 years, that will piss me off.
But
that would be that would be a nightmare if the Scarlet comes out.
But it's the end of generations. I think that like it is going to be more iterative the way the iPhone is. Like, you don't get a new iPhone every year. Some people do, but that's nuts. But like, so you get, Xbox 2019, and then in 2022 there's a new Xbox, 2021 there's a new Xbox, and everything that the 2021 Xbox can do, like everything that can play, it can be played on the 2019 Xbox, but like it looks better on the 2021.
Okay, but think how you're excited and I'm pissed off. I feel like a lot more of the population is going to just be like, "Oh, great! So now I have to buy a new Xbox every 2 fucking years."
But you don't have to.
I think that with like phone plans, there's a little bit different of like kind of like loan.
You use your phone
stuff
constantly too.
Yeah, that's true.
So Microsoft has subsidized Xboxes before. So basically you sign up for gold for like 2 years and they'll sell you an Xbox for like $100. They did that at the end of the 360 generation.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, they still, I think that they, and especially since you're saying that you've considered them having lost the last generation, I think that if they did that would like go ahead and give the next gen, or if you're saying that generations are dead, go ahead and give the whatever the fuck you want to call this new thing to PlayStation, because that's too fast.
All right. I mean, I respect your opinion. I think it would be pretty quick, but I think that Microsoft didn't sell a ton of One X's.
So wait and sell. Give people a fucking reason to buy them, and come with your 15 games for fucking Xbox One X.
That's my thing.
Sell your One X's with games that you fucking have on it.
Yeah, I'm not a One X guy, and I'm probably not gonna buy one. But if they announce like, I don't know, like a new Banjo or something, something from Rare, I'd probably be on board for it. Other than Sea of Thieves,
Tim would be thrilled with Banjo.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just something that they have that's like, I hate the term killer app, but something that you can be like, oh, hey, here's a really, really good reason other than Halo, to get behind the Xbox One X. Yeah, and I mean, I'd happily buy one. What was it? The new Forza Horizon was almost that for me. I was like,
Forza Horizon 4 is really pretty fucking sweet.
Ben loves that game.
And I'm like, it is gorgeous looking, and I am very close to buying one of these.
It really is gorgeous.
So what you guys have convinced me of is this. I either want it in 2019 or I want it in 2021. Because Ben, you're right. That like it would be awesome if they came and said, you know what? We know that we've kind of screwed the pooch on Xbox so far. Here are 15 games, and these are best played on Xbox One X. And they just come with a killer lineup, and they extend the generation a little bit. And they say Xbox One X is going to be our primary console until at least 2021. And you're
guess what? These games still work on Xbox One and Xbox One S.
Yeah.
And we've got watch out next year, because we've got big news or some shit like that. Like, but I feel like that's just, if you want to make the people who, if you want to throw your consumers a bone, you don't tell them, we want you to spend fucking $500 again this holiday season.
Yeah,
we know we didn't really give you any reason to spend $500 2 years ago at Christmas.
But we asked you to anyways.
We want you to do it again now.
That's true too, because I feel like a lot of more general consumers will wait at least a year to buy a new console, maybe even 2. I know that's how I was with specifically the PS4. I kind of waited until it had, like a revision that I liked enough, and that's what I'm doing with the Switch as well. And so, maybe a lot more people are like, oh, I'll get a Xbox One next holiday.
Yeah, well, so Ben, you make a good point that the X is their base, and like Evan, you make a good point that that there's a lot of people that wait, and so a lot of people that have waited are buying the One X now, and give them something to play. I don't know. I guess you guys are convincing me that I would be happy with either. I'm happy with Xbox right now.
I just want to see him do something.
I want to see Fable.
I want to see.
Move.
Yeah, I would be down to see Playground's Fable, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if we will, because I feel like they're still working on Forza, but
No, I think the Playground is split into 2 teams, and I think they're ready to show us Fable. Just not like a major trailer or anything, just an announcement.
I hope that it's just they throw us all off and it's just Fable, but in modern times.
That would be fucking weird.
And it's like a racing game still. We're just like,
And you're playing as a car, and you're discovering a legend.
This is the Ubisoft we're talking about, guys. They're not going to reskin another game.
Oh man! All right, Tim. Any big Xbox predictions?
No, I pretty much already told me mine, which was
Halo.
basically Halo Infinite. I mean, I'd love to see a lot more on Jedi Fallen Order, and I kind of hope we do. But I don't think
that.
Yeah. So
Now I kind of wish I'd bought it on Xbox. I might end up buying it on Xbox. Anyways.
Did you guys already buy it on PlayStation?
Oh
yeah, we bought
pre-ordered.
PlayStation because it was on sale on May the 4th.
Wait, Jedi Fallen Order?
Yeah, we got it. We got the enhanced. We got the like one of the better versions of it,
like the deluxe or whatever.
Price. Yeah, we got like the deluxe version for the price of the regular game on May the 4th.
A game that doesn't come out for like 6 months was on sale.
I'm telling you, man, EA's got to play that. They got to get back in the good graces.
Well, Tim and I were literally. I think we were playing Star Wars.
We were.
And
we got the notification.
Yeah, we got the notification that it was like on sale for May the 4th. And we were like, oh, I'm definitely going to buy that game. And Tim's like, yeah, I am too. And I was like, well, should we just buy it together on PlayStation now since it's on sale? And then we'll just have it. And he was like, yeah, that makes sense. And so we did it.
That way you'll have it.
You'll have it.
Well, it was like, it's on sale. And we got the deluxe version for the price of the regular version. So it's like, why not?
There you go.
Exactly.
I guess I hadn't thought about where I'm going to play that game. Probably on Xbox because of the One X. But
hopefully I can. Maybe I can get Billy to go halvesies on it on the One X.
Pay halvesies on it for both consoles.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's I don't know. I would like to see some comparisons. See like the comparison between PS4 Pro and Xbox One X, because I like the trophy metagame more than I like achievements. But if it looks way better on One X, then I'll buy it on Xbox.
My gamer score is way higher on Xbox.
So is mine.
My level on PlayStation is way higher.
Actually, I really don't. I mean, mine are both actually relatively high.
Yeah. That's true.
So I'm just kind of like, oh, I'm a fucking nerd.
I have over 100,000 achievement points on Xbox. It's way more than I played PlayStation.
Damn. Yeah, that's a lot.
Oh yeah, Tim's gamer score is insane.
I think that's like almost like 3 times mine. Now I'm getting on the Xbox app, so I can tell you what mine is.
All right. Any final predictions?
The one that I said that everybody waits for every year is Metroid Prime Trilogy.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know.
Nice.
We'll see.
Would that sell? So Evan, have you bought a Switch yet?
No, my girlfriend has one, and we kind of play it together. But other than that, no.
Oh, okay.
I want a Pro version.
Oh, you want a Switch Pro?
I want a Switch Pro. I'm waiting out until next week, and if they don't really announce anything, I'll probably just go buy one.
Well,
I
think they said on that investment call a couple weeks ago that they weren't going to be doing any hardware at E3.
Yeah, that's what I heard too, and I was like, but I'll see it out just to be safe.
Yeah, just wait it out. Maybe maybe give it a couple weeks after even, because like it wouldn't be like, it would be a very Nintendo thing to do, to be like, yeah, we're not going to do any hardware at E3, and then like the day after E3, hey, guess what? Here's 2 new versions of the Switch.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's just when I was one of the people who bought a PSP, and it was right before the 3000 came out. I bought the 2000, and I was like, oh fuck. And so now I'm just in a perpetual state of being wary of console revisions, you know.
Oh man, you're talking to 2 guys that bought 2 PS Vitas,
multiple PSPs and multiple PS Vitas. So
yeah, I had a PSP in April of 2005.
DS, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben and I got really into PlayStation handhelds, probably way more than anyone should have.
Yeah, that's how I was too. I was like, I would go into GameStop and be like, "Oh boy, the tie-in game to some movie I'm never gonna remember. Oh, I better buy this for $10," and then I would never play it.
Remember the God of War game for the first one for
Dude,
PSP? That was fun.
Both God of War games for PSP were awesome, and like
I think I only played the first one. I didn't play the second.
I mean, I loved the PSP, and it's still, to this day, it's one of my favorite consoles to collect for. I really love collecting specifically PSP games.
Just because you like the feel of the games?
Yeah, I like the feel of the games in my anus. So we're going to move on to trivia.
Just so everyone at home knows, my gamer score is 1/3 of Tim's. It's 34,000.
You are 1/3 the man Tim is.
Damn.
Ouch.
Well, or maybe it's just Tim's hog is 3 times as long as yours.
Show me your hog.
So Tim, congratulations on having a 3-inch penis.
Yay!
Still longer than mine. All right, time for trivia.
Trivia.
Nice. All right, this week's trivia challenge. So, it's a multiple choice question, Evan. I read the question, I read the answers. Ben usually waits for someone to sound confident and then piggybacks on them, and that's how he's winning. All right. In Fallout 3, in which settlement does the Lone Wanderer have the option of detonating an unexploded nuclear bomb? Is it A, Anchorage, B, Boulder City, C, Megaton, or D, Diamond City?
I actually know this one.
I know this one too.
Tim, do you know this one?
I've never played Fallout 3.
All right, Tim, congratulations. You're going first.
I'm going to guess Megaton because that's nuclear-esque. I'm going to go with that.
Okay. Tim is guessing C.
Yeah, it's C, right?
Yeah, I was thinking C too.
All right. Well, congratulations, Tim, Ben, and Evan. You guys are all on the board. Evan, you're officially on the board. You're 1 point. You're tied with Nathan. So good job.
That's what I've always wanted. Yes.
Nathan is a fucking loser.
Yeah, I'm coming for him.
All right. I like that. Evan has 1 point. Ben, you're up to 8. Tim,
Hard to beat me.
you're at 4. So, anyways, that's all we have for you guys tonight. Make sure to check out our website, coldnorthpro.com, for everything we do all in one spot, including our movies podcast, No Refunds, the podcast that watches bad movies so you don't have to. Last week, we watched... What did we watch last week?
It was
bad. It was really bad.
Jonah Hex.
Jonah Hex. Last week, we watched Jonah Hex, and it was terrible. Man.
That was Malkovich in that.
Malkovich. Dude, Fassbender.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Too.
And Ben had the keen eye of noticing Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Really?
That movie is terrible.
It's
Yeah,
stacked,
Jonah Hex has a
though.
really good cast.
Yeah.
Terrible, terrible movie.
Also, Oscar winner Megan Fox.
Wait.
You should.
It's for the Transformers, right?
Oh, yeah.
You should also head over and check out Evan's channel, 1117 Studios. A link will be in the description below. We'll be back next week talking about whatever it is that happens in the next 7 days. So I'm sure we're going to have a lot to discuss and some reactions on conferences that are happening this weekend. So until then, reset.
Reset.
Hey.
Now's the time when we listen to the closing music. But I'm the only one that can hear it.
It's true.
I've never really listened to one of our podcasts, so I have no idea what it sounds like.
Thanks a lot, Tim.
Hey man, I'm in them. Why do I need to re-listen to them?
Yeah, that's fair.